I think I see the primary benefits of orthotropics, at least initially. The primary reason that drove us to this option is I wanted to improve his breathing.
Major concern with Cole was his airway. When I looked at the image of his airway, it was tiny. And that was very consistent with what I saw even before we took the image. In his bottom, he only had 3 teeth where he was supposed to have 4. He had lost 2 primary teeth that was replaced by 1 adult tooth. And so when I looked at that, I'm like, oh my gosh, what is going to be going on inside there? His upper jaw was just as narrow, but on the bottom is where you could really start to see it because there were fewer teeth. And that was what really alarmed me of, is there another underlying issue with his airway even before we started treatment?
I appreciate that he understands from a parenting perspective that this is it's a challenge. It's a challenge for Cole and it's a challenge for us. And so that's why when I look forward to his visits, because it just reassures me each time that we're making progress, things are moving as they should, there's no rush, we'll get there as long as it takes if we have little hiccups along the way.
I like that I've been able to see him develop enough space for every permanent tooth. That was a big concern initially. Where were we going to have to go down that? Where are they going to have a conversation about pulling primary or permanent teeth? I don't want to see that happen for any child. But my biggest thing is when I look at his face and how much more he's developed and what that means for his airway, that's a huge success for me, for him. That's what I want.
I picked orthotropics because for me and for Cole, it felt like it made sense to me. It made sense to work on his facial structure and actually improving his jaw structure so that his face could house his teeth, instead of just this idea that if the mouth is too crowded, we need to start pulling them. So I chose it so that we could generally prevent future problems as an adult. I've seen adults with jaw issues who have had to have their jaws broken as an adult, neck pain, headaches, TMJ, airway issues as an adult, and I felt like orthotropics would allow us to stay ahead of that and prevent those problems in the future.
On all of my cases, we routinely take advanced imaging. It's called the CBCT, a 3D X-ray of the skull. That shows me much more than just the traditional X-rays we used to take. I can see how large is the airway, what's the volume of it, not just in 2 dimensions, but in 3 dimensions. So I can get an idea as to how big or small is it really. I can see the position of his joints to get an idea as to how are they, where are they in a healthy position, do we need to develop them? I can see all of his teeth to know not just our teeth coming in, but what is the real angle? Are there things I should be concerned about?
And I would say that his breathing and his snoring, the thing that I was so concerned about initially, that resolved within 6 months. He breathes so much better, and I can tell it even in daytime breathing. When we're just sitting there watching a show, or he's incredibly active, and I can tell that he doesn't get as winded because his breathing is just generally better.
He has done all of the hard work to get to that stage. I just set him up for it, and he did all the work. And he's been phenomenal about everything we've asked, about every little stage and step. He's just always a happy, smiling kid coming in and just making this an easy process.